Hey guys, I'm Alessio and this is my cinema, and today I'll talk about Citizen Kane. Before starting to talk about Citizen Kane, I wanted to say that I came back mostly because I was missing this. I really enjoyed to do those things, and secondly, I didn't made also because in this period I didn't watch much movies. I think I watched 3 or 4, so I wasn't so much into movies in this period. I was much more into games, and I decided this movie for my comeback because this was a movie that I wanted to watch since a long time, but I was waiting for a sort of a special occasion, which was when I would reach the number of 1,000 movies watched. I wanted this to be my 1,000th movie, but where I'm keeping track of movies, I don't know. I went around and searched for others that I might have lost when I put them on the list. I found much more and went over that number, so I didn't know anymore which occasion use to finally watch this movie. So I said this would be nice for a comeback. So I did, mostly because I was curious about it, because I always heard about this movie and everyone was addressing it as the best movie ever made. So do I think that this movie is the best? First of all, I think there isn't a thing as such as best, and I don't consider it the best because after that I watched, I was a bit bored, and I think that the best movie would entertain everyone in any situation, because no movie can entertain everyone. There's always someone that is going to get bored or hate that movie no matter what. But I think that Citizen Kane is still a great movie. I'm not saying that it's not, and I recognize in it many things which for me makes a movie great, which are the set decoration, which is something great that I think that this way of creating sets disappeared after the 70s. I think there is something peculiar mostly with the classic movies, which I consider to be the one before the 70s. And I'm not saying that there is no movie which didn't create an amazing set, or that created it like it was created before, after that date. But it was less, because after the 70s I think movie makers research a sort of reality in the set decoration and creation of them, while during the classic period I believe that the set decorator and set designers, they try to create art, something like a moving painting during this period, which is something that I appreciate really a lot. Recognize the acting, because I think that also the acting changed for the same reason, trying to search a more realistic way and less theatrical. In this movie there is a way of acting that I consider more similar to nowadays movies, which is something really awesome, because to do that 70 years ago means that you have a different vision of movies that no one has yet, which is quite surprising and tells a lot of how this movie became great through the years, and it's still studied nowadays. This movie has the merit to have done this before than anyone else. It doesn't mean that after it can be made better, but still it innovated a lot. It's like I don't know. A scientific theory that some scientist had thought that has written and tried to prove, and after someone came and made it reliable, and maybe it became even a law, and maybe this law of physics or something like that. It gave the name to the one who first studied it. Last one will get the name of both, and I think pretty much what happened with Citizen Kane. It innovated in pretty much every aspect of movie making, and everyone pays respect to it. It got made better in everything, especially technically, because technical stuff gets better with the years. It's just how technology works. It's just get better. I'm not saying just CGI. I'm just talking in general, and that was everything that I noticed myself in this movie. And after it I had to go and watch online which are the other reason why this movie is considered good, and unfortunately you can't understand all of them. You gotta have a knowledge of movie which is far bigger than mine. You have to know most of the movies that came out before, which I don't know. This is the oldest movie that I've ever watched, as I said, because what this movie did that improved the sound design in every way. It improved photography, creating scenes that had a look of 3D and not two-dimensional like they had before. That the merit to have a screenplay which gets into many genres throughout all the movie, and it was something that wasn't done before. And also because of the way in which the story is told throughout multiple characters and from different points of view and different times. And another thing that was groundbreaking at the time was the makeup that was used on Orson Welles, because Orson Welles at the time was just 25 and he had to play even an old Charles Kane. At the time was another amazing thing that this movie has made, which is actually the makeup is still awesome at this moment. I just didn't notice watching it because I'm used to those things nowadays. Also the storytelling, the sound, the photography, all those things now are common. Every movie has them. Unfortunately, I didn't have the knowledge to appreciate all those things myself, and for the first time that I saw. However, I will never go against who says that this is the best movie ever made, because also Orson Welles didn't know anything about direction. Before this movie he got a notebook written with most of the things that he had to know, and he made the best out of those advice. It's something that now you don't see anymore, because no one gives so much freedom to a 25-year-old director unless he's making an independent movie. Otherwise, young director doesn't get at all the means to do something such as Citizen Kane, which should made us think. But also the industry completely changed since then. Now every movie needs so much money, and the risk that the movie bombs is far bigger than before. Every movie before had the chance to stay in the theater for even 1 or 2 years in a row. Now it stays just for 1 month. And most of the movies, for example, those who get Oscar nomination every year, they doesn't get for sure much more than 1. It can happen in movies like Civil War gets to stay there for 2 months because people still goes. The very great movies, it's really hard to keep them in the theaters for long. There is no movie that in those 75 years has made such improvement at the cinema as Citizen Kane did. That's pretty much what I think and what I learned of Citizen Kane. It's a masterpiece. It's a movie that will never be forgotten. It's like, and I actually don't know why I was bored, because this movie, I saw many things that I liked. But this movie, it's also fun. It makes you laugh, and making you laugh after 75 years tells again a lot about this movie. I just don't know why I didn't find it so much entertaining. Probably I will watch it again in the future, just after having watched the previous movies of this one from the 30s and 20s, and see how much it changed for real, not just reading it, because Reading it, it's good, but seeing it yourself after some studying will be even better, I think. I hope you like the new graphic that I made. It took me even 40 minutes, not so much. There will be a new one also at the end of the video, like on I close it, but no one will see it. No one ever stays till the end. And I'm talking, mostly because I'm talking since 25 minutes. I really need to get good at doing this because I really like. I don't like my videos, but I really like to record them and don't enjoy much editing. Mostly because I don't know how to make it good and how to do certain things, so probably I will try to have much more fun at editing, try new things. If you like the video, click like. If you didn't, click the dislike button and mostly comment if you do that because I want to improve. Subscribe if for some masochistic reason that you like this, and see you next time.